Good evening and welcome to the first episode of Hudson Valley Sports Zone. I'm Brian Riley and beside me is my co-host Leanne Brothers. We have a great show in store full of high school and college sport updates, an inspirational football player who led his team to victory, and we'll tell you how one Marist student could wake up tomorrow morning with $10,000. But first, let's hear how Marist Sports Communication Department is doing what no other college has ever done before.
Earlier this month, the Marist College Center for Sports Communication announced a partnership with American Ed TV to air the center's weekly sports radio program, The Classroom. This is the first time a college has partnered with a television network to create a program for on-air. The show will now be available online beginning every Saturday afternoon through the network's online platform at AmericanEdTV.com. This is the first sports-based regular program for the network, and this is the Centers for Sports Communication's first produced video broadcast. Dr. Keith Stredler, the director for Marist College Center for Sports Communication, believes that this type of partnership represents the future of college education. Jack Ford, the co-founder of American Ed TV, believes that the partnership both exemplifies the network's mission and well serves both Marist students and the American public. The Classroom airs live each Saturday morning on Fox 1220 ESPN Radio of the Hudson Valley.
The Red Hook girls soccer team has won their 12th consecutive Mid-Hudson Athletic League Division II title with a 6-0 win over the Poughkeepsie Pioneers. Despite being the favorites, they lost to Cornwall in the sectional playoffs, knocking them out of contention. Head coach Jason Pavlik has been there for 14 years and has established winning as a Red Hook tradition. Although their season just ended, he is ready to go out and win their 13th consecutive title next year.
The past few years has been frustrating because some teams around the league would be give their right arm essentially to be where we are each and every year, but it can be very frustrating because we get to the Final Four, but whether or not we have enough to win it is another thing. So what we need is to just make sure this year we went into the league tournament probably as the favorite, and we got upset in the semifinals. So next year we've just got to work on finishing games off and learning how to defend a lead. Little things like that, we'll concentrate more on in the next season. Hopefully that'll be enough to get us over the top.
This past Saturday, the Anderson Center for Autism partnered with Special Olympics New York to host the second annual Zombie 5K in Dutchess County, New York. Runners were each given 3 flags to wear on their waist while they ran along the Anderson Center trails. The Runners versus Zombies race consisted of runners attempted to cross the finish line without the zombies stealing all of their flags. Participants had the chance to sign up to be a runner or a zombie. Zombies were stationed throughout the trail and had zombie face makeup on. The event raised a little over $3,500, and proceeds from the event were designated for both the Special Olympics of New York and the Anderson Center for Autism. Donations are still being accepted.
For your weekly high school football recap, we have Arlington beating North Rockland with a score of 14-4. Beekman lost to Rye 20-31. John Jay won against Horace Greeley 48-28. Dover shut out Pauling in an easy 47-0 win. Poughkeepsie fell to Monticello 26-34. Red Hook pulled out a win in a close game against Rondout 35-32. Marlboro beat Highland 24-13. New Paltz was overmatched against Port Jervis, losing 31-7. And Valley Central got the W against Wallkill with a score of 14-7. This past weekend, Leanne took to the walking bridge to ask the people of Poughkeepsie who they are rooting for in this year's World Series.
I'm here on the walkway over the Hudson Valley to ask the people of Poughkeepsie who they are rooting for in this year's World Series. Although neither the Mets nor the Yankees are in this year's championship, that doesn't mean baseball fans of the Hudson Valley have nothing to root for in this year's World Series. Joe Panik, who is now the second baseman for the San Francisco Giants, attended high school at John Jay before being drafted by the Giants in 2011. So who are the people on the walking bridge rooting for? Let's find out. So who do you think is going to win the World Series this year?
Giants.
Giants, definitely?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
After that game last night that they just put a hurting on them. So.
Yeah. Do you guys know who's in the World Series this year?
The Royals and the Giants?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So who are you guys rooting for in this year?
I'm not for either. I don't take much interest in baseball.
Who do you think is going to win this year's World Series?
San Francisco.
And why do you say that?
Because they're ahead 3-2.
All right. Did you also know that Joe Panik grew up in Hopewell Junction? He's the second baseman for the Giants?
I did not know that.
Well, right now, San Francisco has the edge, and Kansas City needs to win 2 games in a row now.
All right.
But I was rooting for Kansas City personally.
Oh, okay. And you agree?
I don't do sports. I'm a girl of action.
Oh. And who do you think is going to win the World Series this year?
The Giants, I hope.
And why do you hope that?
Because I, at heart, am a Dodger fan. And with San Francisco being from the West Coast,
Yep.
I'm with the Giants.
Oh, awesome. Did you know that Joe Panic is from the area? He grew up in Hopewell Junction. He's the second baseman for the Giants.
I know. I didn't know that.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, he went
oh,
to...
that's even more of a reason for me to be for the Giants.
Well, that's great. Who do you think is going to win this year?
Giants,
And why do you think the Giants?
because they have a hometown player on there. Second baseman is from Hopewell Junction, getting a lot of local publicity.
Yeah, John Jay. So who do you guys think is going to win the World Series?
Oh, San Francisco. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
San Francisco.
All right, well, there you guys have it.
Well, tonight will be the moment of truth with the series tied 3-3. Whoever wins tonight will be the winner of the 2014 World Series. Leanne, do you have any insight as to who's going to come out on top tonight?
Well, I think it's really hard to say, especially with a series that's been back and forth so much. So we'll just have to wait and see tonight.
With Game 7 being played in Kansas City and Jeremy Guthrie on the mound tonight, I don't see how Kansas City's going to let this one lose. Unless Madison Bumgarner comes out and on 3 days rest and pitches another gem, I don't see how Kansas City loses this one.
Can't disagree with you there.
When we get back, we're going to head over to the Hudson and down to Valley Central, where a football story will touch your heart.
Welcome back. Yesterday, Brian and reporter Kervin went down to Valley Central High School where they were able to speak with the football team about a very special player.
Being born with a disability is never an easy thing. Growing up, there will always be struggles you have to overcome. For Tyler Musey, not only did he have to overcome the struggle of being born with Down syndrome, he had to also overcome the loss of his mother to cancer 2 years ago. Thankfully for Tyler, he had the help of the Valley Central High School football team there for him in a time of need, where they gave him the gift of sport to aid in the healing process.
You know, sometimes kids take sports for granted, and you know, not everybody has an opportunity to play football, and that night it was very special for Tyler to get an opportunity. He felt like he was the star player on the team, and you know, we carried him off the field, and you know, it was just a great night, and it meant a lot to us because he does a lot for us.
Not only was the unity beneficial for Tyler, it also affected the whole team by giving them inspiration and playing for more than just themselves. Teammates Kenny Gray and Mike Kanya agree that Tyler is a huge asset to the team.
He's definitely our spark plug on the sidelines. Gets everyone pumped up and keeps everyone happy.
Tyler's great. Tyler's the most exciting kid on the field. He's always hopping around, getting us amped up, getting excited. It's great to have him.
Tyler came to the team with the idea that he wanted to play football his senior year, and Coach and Trini happily obliged.
Tyler came in first day of school, and he was saying, I want to play football, I want to play football. And I spoke to our athletic director, Mike Bellarosa, talked to him, see if we could get this thing going. And then he gave us the approval. We called up Washingtonville, and their coach said, their kids are on board, so everything just fell into place, and it was a very special night for Tyler and his family.
We had him come in. He took the play from the coach. It was Tyler touchdown. He said Tyler touchdown. We yelled break, went up to the line, and we scored the touchdown. We brought him up on our shoulders. I hope it was the greatest moment of his life.
Along with the help of the Washingtonville team, the Valley Central football team were able to make a dream come true. Not often do a group of high schoolers get to do something so special for a peer, and the character of these young men shine bright. Although Tyler is only available on game day, he still plays an important role and looks to keep helping the Valley Central Vikings just as much as they help him.
I love my team. I love Vikings because I love it.
What was it like going out there and scoring your first touchdown?
I love it.
Yeah? What do you want to say to these guys to your left?
The regular guys, my team, I thank you so much.
Tyler was unable to be contacted for an interview, but I'm sure that he is ecstatic that his football career ended just the way that he imagined.
What a beautiful and heartwarming story. It's not often you see 14 through 18-year-olds do something so special. A big thanks to the Valley Central football team and Coach Ron and Trini for being so accommodating. We wish Tyler and his father the best of luck in the future.
When we get back, we'll have our Marist Roundup for the week and how one Marist student could win $10,000 tonight. Stick around to find out how. Welcome back. Tonight, Marist will be hosting the first ever Marist Madness, a student-exclusive event. At this event, students can meet the Marist basketball teams and will also be eligible for contests and great prizes, including their chance to win $10,000. The event will kick off tonight at 9:30 p.m. in McCann Arena.
Last Saturday night, the Marist women's soccer team held their 5th annual Breast Cancer Awareness Night against Monmouth University. Marist welcomed the Hudson Valley-based organization Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation and recognized breast cancer survivors during an on-field ceremony before the game. Marist went on to lose the game 1-0 with the lone goal scored only with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to play. Head coach Catherine Lynn received a red card during the game, which left the Red Fox without a coach for their senior night 2 days later against Dartmouth. Despite a few attempts in front of the net during the first half, Marist was held scoreless again, falling to Dartmouth with the same score of 1-0, and are playing their last game of the season tonight against Niagara.
This past Saturday, Marist football defeated Campbell 27-20 in a Pioneer Football League game at Tenney Stadium. Fifth-year senior running back Atik Lucas ran for a season-high 104 yards and 3 touchdowns. Senior wide receiver Matt Trolley had a game-high 9 receptions for 67 yards, and he now has 51 receptions this season, exceeding his career high of 50 set last season. The Red Fox victory was their first home win of the season. Marist is now 2-6 overall and 2-3 in PFL play. The game is also Campbell's first league loss of the season. Marist returns to action this coming Saturday at Tenney Stadium.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Hudson Valley Sports Zone. We would like to thank our producer, Callie, and reporter, Kervin, and the rest of the Marist Media Center for all of their help. I'm Leanne Brothers with Brian Riley. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Stay foxy, Marist.